and they're always just their posts don't really land because they're always like status updates. Like I went from this position to this position, or I'm going to this event, and there's usually not a point to it. It's like I'll be at this event. Great. Well, like you haven't told me shit. Like you're just kind of announcing your schedule or whatever. So I think that it is interesting, and I think that has something to do with like them being. I don't know what it is, but it somehow you lose your personality. I think when you have a paycheck, probably because you don't want to get fired, most likely, or you don't want to like ruffle feathers or something.
Yeah, actually, we spoke on that on one of our recent lives, and it was like, yeah, you can fall into the trap of playing it safe, right?
Yeah,
Um, you know, um, I don't I don't play it too I don't play it too safe. Like even that post I did yesterday, right? Like I'm sure there's probably some founder in my audience who like doesn't like my interpretation of this watermarking,
yeah,
maybe some AI founder or something like this, then I might have like pissed off yesterday because he might have been like, that's not really how it works or something, or he doesn't want to believe what I'm saying is true because he's like gung ho on AI, right? And when you're really gung ho on something and you've invested your life into it and it's your career, it's hard to
yeah. You
sometimes
fight for it.
hear,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're gonna fight.
you can't change your opinion on it because if you opened your mind too much, like what are you really admitting that you're participating in an industry that might not be as positive or as people are making it out to be? That's a hard thing to confront or ask yourself, right? So you might instead just be like, no, this guy's an idiot, he doesn't understand it or whatever, right? So you have to be okay, at least in my opinion, you have to be okay with pissing some people off because I mean, Christ, I've said this before. You could like literally just say that water is wet, and someone out there will get pissed off in this day and age. So
Yeah, I totally. I wonder if is there any like ghostwriters that have like taken that positioning as like, hey, I'm like the opposite of like using AI. I'm like more like human writing, because it seems like it's a good angle that I haven't really seen used much, or maybe people are
this
using
is,
it.
I think this is, yeah, that is one angle today. And like, it seems to be an angle that I think is crushing for some people. Like, I do see the sort of like anti AI purist crowd, right? And I resonate with some like with those people. To be honest, I probably resonate more with them um, than I do with. I've seen the opposite too, like guys who are like very AI systems, very technically proficient in AI, and they are not hiding the fact that
Like
they run their ghostwriting agency like heavily with AI. Right, I've actually seen that.
like Nicholas Cole,
Yeah, Nicholas Cole. There's actually some other
but
other
he's
guy
training
like,
other ghostwriters. Yeah,
say that last part again.
but he's training ghostwriters, I suppose, right? So it's kind of he's like a level up, I guess.
Yeah, I once explained this to you as well, where it's kind of like if
Yeah.
you're the guy who coaches ghostwriters, then it's like it's in your benefit to say you can do all this with AI. Like we give you the AI systems and prompts to do this yourself, and we make
Facts.
it like easy for you and all this. But I think that taking that route and trying to sell like AI ghostwriting to founders with like AI being the like a benefit, I don't really think that that's where it's at. I kind of do like as a bit of a hybrid in terms of positioning where it's like we use AI in certain parts of the process, which like for example, let's say you do an interview call with your clients, right? And you get a transcript from that call. Well, first of all, you're using AI when you even if you just use Otter AI that transcribes the call,
To
right?
get the transfer.
Yeah. And then you get like a PDF from that. Maybe you take that PDF and you run it through something like Claude or ChatGPT and have it like go through that transcript and be like, give me, based on the questions and the answers from this transcript, give me like the top, 15 posts from this transcript. And you maybe have some criteria that a top post would be something that gets like high traffic, generates leads, etc. Right? You have some criteria. It then goes through, scans through, and pulls out the best ideas for you, which you already did the interview as well. So if it's like spitting out
Good
bullshit
ideas.
or something that's not actually true to the um, transcript, and is it pulling out the best ideas? You just maybe did the interview call and this, so but it does speed up the process. It can pull that stuff for you, and then maybe you do go and you then like draft it yourself, edit it yourself, or maybe you do have like Claude all like draft it, but then you go back and you edit it meticulously. So yeah, I think that like admitting and being honest that you maybe do use it in certain parts of the process can be a good thing, because if you secretly do use it and you say no, we don't use any AI at all, then you probably will lose trust, because people can, believe it or not, I think they can read little micro nuances and stuff like in your face, right? So you're probably going to do yourself a detriment there. So you have to so for some people actually who do not use AI at all in the ghostwriting process, then yeah, they can probably use that as their positioning. And there are people I see on LinkedIn who actually they're going with like the 100% human certified or verified content, done for you content and stuff like that, right? I do think it's a good angle. I think it's better than the we write
I
your speech with
yeah.
AI.
I think you said that was smart though too. If you are using it, just be upfront about it. I think a lot of people, because I don't know, I might get scared to use something because I might be scared about my positioning or whatever ahead of time. So I think it's smart to be, if you are like, fuck it, this is just how I do it, and like you're upfront about it. I feel like people are like, could be convinced that that's okay too, instead of just being like, oh, I shouldn't do that at all.
Like anything, it's
Yeah.
going to separate. Like there are certain founders who would obviously not work with a ghostwriter who goes like the heavily AI route with their positioning, like AI content systems, done for you or something like that. Like I've actually seen, like I said, guys who go very like they're not hiding the fact that they use AI. There's gonna be certain people who are like, I don't want my stuff written with AI. So they will have certain people who are like, I would never work with that guy, right? And then they'll have others who are like, no, I have no problem with that at all. Like, that's good. If you're able to be more efficient that way, and you probably even write better content, like because of the AI, then like I'm all for it, right?
I guess it's trying to people please. If you're trying to people please beforehand, you're gonna end up, well, you'll end up with people that will self-select anyways. So it's like that idea of like when someone has like a menu of what they sell, and they sell everything just because they want to like catch everything, instead
Uh,
of just being niched out or whatever.
I actually saw that with certain restaurants back in the day when I was working with restaurants. Like, well, any good restaurant
Chinese,
typically like,
Chinese food and donuts.
yeah. I have a funny story where I actually like I helped a restaurant who was kind of trying to do everything. Like, and it was like so bad. Like, I was interestingly, I think I was sending like somewhat like cold and warm DMs and stuff like this. This might have actually been like a full cold DM. And I messaged, this particular restaurant, messaged them and had like, my, I went in pretty direct actually, but it was like direct, kind of like a direct pitch that also like explained my value and how I could help them and stuff. So it was like, kind of like a relevant pitch. Like, I've built my brand to this amount. I help restaurants drive business and get like grow their brands and get customers through the door. I'd love to schedule a meeting with you and show you what that might look like or whatever, right? Like, and a compliment at the beginning and stuff like this, right? So I had this meeting with this restaurant, even calling them where they were when I first met them, even calling them a restaurant is like
Generous.
Is being nice. Yeah, being generous. They were like this. I'd almost describe them as like cafeteria food or something. Like, it was like so bad. Like, they had like on their menu, it was like quesadillas, Jamaican patty, some like Sri Lankan dish called like something kotu roti or something, a burger, like pizza or something like this. And like a lot of it was just like some like some of the stuff was even like a frozen package just like warmed up or something. It's like, so I ended up saying to them, I don't think I said this on the first meeting. On the first meeting, I just kind of spoke more about my services, asked them some questions and stuff. But then I met them again because they were interested in potentially moving forward. And I'm like, okay, that's cool that they're interested in moving forward. But as I was preparing for the meeting, I'm like, I just cannot actually market these guys with having such a shitty menu and such shitty food. So I'm like, if I'm going to take money from these guys and actually market them, I'm going to have to basically like rebrand them and have them switch up their menu. So I went in there, and I basically made a recommendation to them. I'm like, it was actually funny. I had to be pretty brutally honest.
I can see them getting either irritated or fucking happy. I don't know. Like, either on this.
They actually took it pretty well. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, because like the good thing is they were not like chefs, right? If they had been chefs and they had like such a crappy menu, any chef if they'd been chefs and had such a crappy menu, they actually probably would have been offended, right? But like these guys knew they weren't chefs. Like, they were two brothers who were both like med school dropouts who decided they got some money from their parents and they decided to open a restaurant with it, like thinking that, like, I don't know, that was going to be a moneymaker or something like this. Like, first of all,
sounds like the restaurant they got stoned. Sounds like they got stoned and then they just like listed every food that they liked and then in their menu.
Yeah. No, honestly, it might have been something like that. Yeah. Well, but it's like exactly like you said, they tried to like please everyone with their menu, but like first the food was so bad that you're not pleasing anybody with that. Something I told them that was like brutally honest. I'm like, thing is, guys, like currently right now with the menu you have and the food quality you have, I have to be honest with you. The only way you'll do any business, the only way you'll do any sales at all is when somebody's just walking by and needs something quick and you just happen to have been there and they're like, yeah, give me the quesadilla. And like currently right now, they will probably never come back just based on the menu, the quality of the food. They just won't come back. This is too competitive of a market. You're in Little Italy on College Street, surrounded by amazing burger joints, amazing Italian spots, amazing sushi, Korean, Vietnamese, etc. And you're offering something that's like cafeteria food. Nobody's coming back for that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I have an idea. I'm like, I think what you should do is you should become you should be a burger joint. Why? Because it's like, it's something that once you've got it down, even without being a professional chef, you can replicate it, right? Just once you get those ingredients down, it's replicatable. It's something that's like almost I'm going to use the word productized now. Like it's like, you know, almost anyone, once you have the SOP down and how to create the thing, could do that. And since you guys like aren't professional chefs, I think we need to simplify this down. And another angle I think the way you should position yourself is like gourmet style burgers, like higher quality ingredients in this. We'll go and we'll get like really good quality beef for you guys. We'll get creative with the burgers a little bit and stuff. Well, guess what? I ended up helping these guys basically go viral in Toronto and did actually get this like influx of business and stuff. And even like I remember that me and my buddy went to like a fried chicken restaurant that was actually a spot that was doing really well. And even this chef at this fried chicken restaurant knew about this place that I had blown up on social media. He's like, oh, yeah, I've been hearing about this place. Actually, I almost said the name. I shouldn't. Because it actually did not end. It didn't end very well with those guys because like I ended up, and this was a very early learning experience for me. And this is why it comes back to the lesson of always charge what you want to charge up front and get all the money for what you're going to do for the deliverables. Because I ended up like helping them with all these things, like recreating a new menu. I actually went and got them like an actual chef. I had this buddy who was like a chef, and I'm like, hey, you need a gig right now, don't you? I got some guys, they don't know what they're doing at this restaurant. Would you come and be their chef? And I brought him into their business. So I found them a chef. I helped them rework their menu, come up with names for it, all this. I did all this stuff. And the problem is, while I was doing all that, I made the mistake of like coming in and being like, in order to work with these guys, I need to rebrand them and create a new menu, but I didn't properly outline that in the deliverables. And I only charged for the social media part. And then I, ended up kind of wanting more for what I had done. But they didn't have to obviously pay me anything extra because we never agreed upon it. Right. So just because of that, like it ended up really, and it ended up like really, really bad. Like it was just a lesson in how to actually structure your deals and stuff like this. But I roped myself into it. I got caught up in that mess. But anyway, it's a lesson in,
you ended up having. It's interesting too because like I think that some people would have not thought to change the menu too. I think that was cool in itself, like to like, because sometimes I think in sales like you got to make recommendations that they might not know about. I think I might have been first in there first, but I was just saying I think it's good that you made that recommendation about the menu, and I think people probably would also do that.
Yeah. Sometimes
it probably could easily go south, right? So. It seems to have worked out, or it worked out until the end, I suppose, right?
Yeah, there are some times where you just have to
Mike,
deliver some hard news, some hard truth.
Mike, you there?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
I think you're frozen. All right. Well, I guess I will catch everyone next week then.
All right. See you guys.